new hot and techy Brezza, the Citybird SUV.
$157 for 7 is where KKR finished against Mumbai Indians in 16 overs. A rare day when both Sunil Narayan and Phil Salt did not do much damage to the scorecard, and also a rare day when KKR have gone at less than 10 per over. What do we make of that first innings total? Let's find out on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout, powered by JBL, where we have the continued company of Tom Moody, Mitch McClenaghan and Varun Aaron. Thank you, gentlemen. That start of the innings and the way it's gone is a bit similar to the reverse fixture a week ago at Wankhede, where KKR lose early wickets, but they get the runs. What do you make of the total, Tom?
I think it's a modest total. I think it's probably slightly below where they'd like to be. But what I did enjoy for a change, and that is the bowlers were back in the game. There's a little bit there for the new ball, and obviously with all the rain that happened throughout the day. The whole ground was covered. A little bit of moisture may have came out of the surface, and it's just nice to see a bowler hit a length and it to do it just enough to be able to create the error for the batter, instead of it just sort of being a stand and deliver. That's six, that's six, and that's six, and that's what we've basically seen at this venue. Not that it hasn't been entertaining. That's been very entertaining, but it's also nice to have a balance.
Yep, no, I agree with that. It was nice to see the ball move around. I think it brought Cambodge into the game as well. Both games we've seen him bowl, he's got a little bit of movement off the seam. So you can see he's got some skill there. Obviously that wicket off, I think it was Shreyas Iyer down leg side, it definitely decks. So there's some good signs there for the KKR bowlers going into that second innings. But I thought all in all, you're right, it's not a great total. I think they obviously missed out at the top. That shades of Sunil Narayan leaving that ball was like Maxwell in the Big Bash all those years ago. Where
it wasn't as bad as that. That was a classic.
That was proper. That was straight at his stump.
He's also charging at it, and then
But Sunny obviously just thought, well, I'm not getting paid enough to score all the runs and take all the wickets all the time. So no, look, I mean they were two massive early wickets, Phil Salt and Sunil Narayan, and I think that's why they got to this position. But there was one little cue there from a batting point of view. Venkatesh Iyer actually combated those conditions quite well. And if you stay on the crease sometimes in those conditions, you can get stuck and you draw the edge into play. But he either went right back, looking to play it very, very late, or he came at the ball. And continuing with that flow and that momentum. So it was one little tip in terms of anyone who gets caught on those sticky surfaces of one way to combat that.
So given what we've heard, and given the assistance to the seamers and KKR's in-form pace attack, this total, they can compete with it?
Definitely can. Rana's in great form. Arora is bowling really well. He gets the ball to really come back in, which is going to be a little difficult for Ishan Kishan. Ishan Kishan doesn't like the ball which pitches on middle off and goes away. We've seen him get caught behind with those kind of deliveries. So yeah, it is a very competitive total, and especially Eden Gardens just after rain under lights in the night, second inning especially, does swing a lot.
This KKR batting effort, much like their previous batting effort against Mumbai Indians, was held by Venkatesh Iyer. He'd made 70 at Wankhede after KKR were 57 for 5, 42 of 21 today, and he kept going even while he saw some wickets falling either side of him. How do you rate that knock?
Yeah, I thought it was a good knock. As it was discussed, the way that he, put pressure on the bowler, given that the conditions were slightly in favour of the bowler, and also the actual scorecard was in favour of the bowling side with early wickets falling. So he was proactive without sort of trying to stand and deliver and try to slog every ball. He was proactive, using his feet, and using his crease, and he's in a nice little bit of form now. So it's another box that's ticked for KKR.
And I think it was refreshing to see a batsman take the attack to Bumrah and not actually play him out, which was really nice, because he took some risks. He stepped down the wicket, made some room. He just wasn't in that mindset, this is Bumrah, I'm going to play him out, but actually took the attack to him, which is great.
Just on that, the thing is that is a smart play, and you had to do that because with a 16-over game, Bumrah's going to bowl 4 of those. Right. So if you're going to sit on Bumrah, you're basically playing a 12-over game.
100%.
So you're completely shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, and that reflected itself in a correction of Venkatesh Iyer's numbers against Bumrah. 14 of 5 balls today. Before today, 19 runs, out twice in 22 balls. The other significant contributor was Nitish Rana, his first game of the season, and chips in with a 30, which was essential too.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't free-flowing, but it was nice to see him back out there after being out with that hand injury. So quite significant for him. And, I mean, he went at a pretty decent clip, but in that shortened game, you would probably like him, once he's got a few games under his belt, to go at a greater rate. But, I mean, that's all gearing up for the playoffs now for him, isn't it, and KKR. So it was a positive first outing. Worst thing that could have happened is he got no runs and no time in the middle. So that was very positive. And, again, we spoke about him briefly pre-show, but Ramandeep at the end, again, striking over 200 and finishing it off. What did Danny say? He said, "That's got an air hostess on it." It's bloody brilliant. Love it.
Massive 6 over mid-on.
Yeah, Danny Morrison found, as he often does, a unique way of calling it. On the bowling front, 2 wickets for Bumrah, which sees him get the purple cap back, which had gone to Harshal Patel briefly, but also 2 wickets to Piyush Chawla. And in a career which has had so many wickets in the IPL in various formats, that ball to get Russell would stand as a unique dismissal.
Yeah, look, I quite like the idea of the approach that Chawla had. You know, he bowled, majority of his deliveries were the traditional leg break and wrong-uns that he normally delivers, but he also knows that if he's predictable, he's going to end up well back into the stands. So, you know, he bowled, I think, 2 bouncers in that spell, and you don't expect that from a wrist spinner, particularly a vintage wrist spinner to run in and suddenly throw that variation, and it did sort of have an element of surprise to it.
Decent pace.
Yeah,
117.
Yeah, and he's done well to get a bit of bounce from that height. But at the end of the day, he's got a critical wicket because Andre Russell could have gone on a rampage there and just hit 6 or 7 bombs, and suddenly they're chasing 190.
I would have liked that. That would have been my prediction coming true.
Yeah, that would have been nice for me as well. My pick.
In fact, just on Chawla, that was the last ball of his spell. He also started his spell, the first ball he bowled today, with the wicket of Venkatesh Iyer. So, all told, those 3 overs have been worth their weight in gold for Mumbai.
Look, I'll tell you what, he's been very good since he came back into the side as well. Shreyas came in for those couple of games, and since he's come back, he's been impactful in almost every game. And he's just shown his experience. He's got 180 plus IPL wickets. He's just a class act at what he does. So it was nice to see him again have an impact on this game.
Right, so let's set up the chase. How do KKR plan this defence, trying to keep Mumbai down to less than 157?
Well, they've got 2 really good spinners. I think Vaibhav Arora and Harshit Rana are going to be really important first up. And if Stark can get the ball moving like he was at the Wankhede the last time, he's going to be critical to Rohit as well. So I think if Rohit negates Stark at the beginning, then it's going to be fun watching him bat tonight.
Yeah, I think MI are very much in favour here to chase this down. I think chasing is the preferred position at this stage of the game. Obviously, Rohit's got a lot of fond memories at this venue. It'll be nice for him and obviously India to see him back in form. But my prediction in this power play is that Mumbai Indians is going to lose 3.
Ooh. Mitch?
Yeah, I think KKR, if they're going to win, they're going to have to get them at least 7 down. It's not going to be a close one in terms of that unless they're taking wickets. But I'll try to go the opposite way of you there, Tom. I will say Mumbai will be 1 down. No more than 1 down.
Is that outrageous?
You have keyed in both your outrages for this game in the first innings.
You're getting greedy with your outrageous picks. I was just trying to remember what it was.
Yeah.
75, both teams are going to say 75 in the power play.
That's it.
So
One's gone already.
And you said both teams score 70 in the
just
power
try.
play.
Save that for tomorrow.
200. We'll bank it for Sunday. Varun, outrageous pick.
I've already gone with Ishan Kishan scoring 50. Yes.
Yes, well done.
50 off what?
Kishan to score 50
50,
plus.
he's not scored he's just scored 150.
No, it's got to be off number of balls.
It's
We've
never
always
been
done
more
that.
than 24 balls.
25's the number.
Give it-
25
no,
right.
If you want to say he's going to get a score, it's
Under
got to be
32
70
balls.
plus.
So a specific score would have to, in a
70
16-over game,
plus.
I'll make it 60 plus. 70 is what we go with in the 20-over games.
Yeah.
So either you say 60 plus or you give us 50 with a range of
50.
balls.
He's going to go 50 under 35 balls.
35 is not outrageous.
Okay,
35 would be outrageously bad. in the
Exactly.
context of the
It
game.
can be,
I think
okay.
you just take the outrageous
30.
off him because he's being outrageous.
Okay, 50 off 30, under 30
Of
balls.
30 or less.
I don't accept that. In a 16
Given
over
his
game,
form.
No,
he's gotta have to
we've
go
never
to-
had one
he's gotta
over
go to
24.
clip.
I think Ishan Kishan scoring 50 is outrageous.
Well, then say he's going to get 70 and win the game.
Bring the balls down.
And win the game also.
Say he's going to get 70.
My name is not Daruwala, it's Varun Aaron. Daruwala is,
I think
is a
25 or
famous...
under is the benchmark
what?
we've had.
yeah.
Are you backing him to do it in 25 or less, or backing him to score 70 plus? One way or
He's
the
going to score between 60 to 70. How about that now?
Okay.
That goes
Okay.
good.
We take
Yes,
that.
thanks.
It's got to be
16 over
between there.
Yes.
If he gets 71, bad luck.
All right, cool. I'll take that.
There's no reference from the past
this
at
is-
all about
I don't have the
71.
freedom. This is not a democracy anymore. This is not fun.
If anything, it is a democracy. Everyone's speaking.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're on this couch.
Yeah, we put democracy back in here. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
We will wind it at that. Thank you. I look forward to
Glad
the
we
company of
settled
Tom
that.
Moody, Mitch McClelligan, and Varun Aaron at the end of this contest. Be sure to join us. 16 overs. MI need 158. KKR a win, which will see them through to the playoffs and also all but confirm a top 2 spot. So lots riding on these next 16 overs. Be sure to join us at the end of it on Maruti Suzuki Arena. Presents ESPN Cricket for Timeout, powered by JBL. In the meantime, download the ESPN Cricket for mobile app to keep pace with this game and get all your reading done ahead of the double-header on Sunday. See you at the end of MI's chase.
All new hot and techy Brezza, the City Bred SUV.